Well, the first half of this USL League One season has provided us plenty of fun, but with the stormy weather starting to subside, the temperature is about to turn up a few degrees. It's a top 5 battle between one Knoxville and Charlotte Independence. A win for either team could be pivotal in the race for the regular season title. This match is brought to you by Markman's Diamonds, Knoxville's hometown jeweler. This is the second time these two have faced off this season, the first coming back in May, and it was a real dogfight. The Independents opened the scoring with a rocket ship from Luis Alvarez to open the scoring. Knoxville then equalized just before the break, a big towering header from Jordan Skelton. But then in the second half, Charlotte made the necessary adjustments, and that's when they started to pull away. A fantastic finish from Christian Cheney, the 35-year-old, excuse me. I mean, he doesn't look anything like 35, does he, with those kind of acrobatics. 3-1 the final score. Swabu Maru put the cherry on top of the cake for the Independents. But if that game was anything to go by, it was that these two teams were going to be very close all season long. And look at that, 4th and 5th in the standings. Both have been really solid at both ends of the pitch. The Independents being a little bit better going forward, while Knoxville, however, have been the best defense in the league, have conceded the least amount of goals of anyone in USL League One. But look at that at the bottom. That is what's key. They have 3 games in hand on the likes of Charlotte Independence and many of those in front of them, and sitting just 6 points off of the top of the league. Top 4 really got to start looking over their shoulders, especially considering the run that one Knoxville have been on. 3 wins in their last 5 with 1 loss and a draw. They just keep picking up points. What's also very impressive is that they've had 8 different goal scorers in that time, and their last 6 goals have come from 6 different players. It shows just how well balanced and how good the roster that Ian Fuller has assembled. Certainly ones to watch tonight. They are just so well balanced and diverse. They can score from anywhere on the pitch, and it will be a concern for the Independents as well. Their last 5 games haven't been as good by any stretch of the imagination. Just 1 win in 5. They've gone 4 games in a row in USL League One without a win, and they've just scored 6 goals, conceded 7 in that time. Their lone win coming against Greenville over a month and a half ago. They did pick up an impressive 3-0 win against Richmond at the weekend in the Jägermeister Cup. How important could that be in terms of building confidence for Coach Mike Jeffrey's side going into the second half of the season? These are 2 teams that are vying for the regular season title. 4th and 5th going into the night, separated by just 3 points. A win for the Independents could see them go tied at the top of the standings. For one Knoxville, a win would see them jump into the top 3. So much to come. It's going to be a great time. We've got lineups and kickoff next.
Blew my mind away.
It's not just a nationwide company that's trying to get your money and then jacking up your prices every other month.
$65 a month, every month, no questions asked.
It's so fast.
So my speeds have quadrupled, actually.
Believe me, you will see the difference.
If you can get KUB fiber in your neighborhood, get it.
10 out of 10, I would recommend it.
The sun has crept out over Covenant Health Park. Kickoff is a mere moments away between Knoxville and Charlotte Independence, a pivotal top 5 matchup in USL League One. Let's take a look at the starting 11 for the home side, brought to you by the fastest internet in the world, KUB Fiber. Ian Fuller makes 4 changes to the side that faced Chattanooga at the weekend. Most notably, Sean Lewis is back in goal for the first time since the 12th of July. Heath Martin makes his first league start for the club after making his first professional start at the weekend. Knoxville will still have to do without their 2 top scorers, Mark Doyle and Kempis Tequila, due to injury, but the return of Kamani Smith to the starting 11 could be an ideal replacement in attack. What can he do from the flanks tonight? For the away side, despite the short turnaround, Mike Jeffries makes just 2 changes to the side that beat Richmond on Saturday, 1 in goal and 1 in attack. Matt Levy once again is between the sticks, while John Vaquero comes in for Pedro Fonseca. The attacking 4 for Charlotte can play anywhere across that front line, so don't be surprised to see them shifting around tonight. Christian Cheney, 35-year-old, leading the line for the Independents. Once again, he's got 6 goals on the year, has tied the 3rd most of anybody in all of USL. It is one of the most in-depth teams in all of the league. As we approach the month of August, it is the turning point of the season. We have reached the tipping point. On the top of the mountain, it's time to ascend back down. And at the bottom of the hill, it's about who gets there first. And these are 2 teams who would desperately want to be them. 4th and 5th going into this one. Both teams in different form, but both equally as deadly. Ian Fuller said this week that the goals coming here was to win the league, was to be the regular season champions and win USL League One. And in his first season as head coach, boy, they have really started to turn heads. And the fact that they have 3 games in hand on many of their rivals is so fascinating, and to realize just how good they are. Mike Jeffries, who has been there and done it in the sport, both in USL Championship and USL League One, consistency has always been key, and he has been the most consistent and led the most consistent teams really in the Independents, but hasn't been able to get the team over the line and win the title. Got to the final in 2023 and lost on penalty kicks to North Carolina. Will 2025 be any different for Mike Jeffries, who has been the one and only coach for Charlotte Independence in the USL? What a night this could be for both teams. The importance cannot be understated, and on this Wednesday night in downtown Knoxville, 45 minutes through a weather delay, we are underway from downtown Knoxville. It's soccer time in Knoxville, Tennessee. Nicholas Whaley with you, and thank you for sticking with us through this weather delay. The isolated thunderstorms in the area meant that we had to push back about 45 minutes or so. And could that be a factor as well, considering how much rain we did have? Could there be an inherent advantage for either team? Could be very interesting. The Independents are a team that love to counter-attack. They are the best team in transition in all of USL League One. Ranking the top 3 of all the important categories when it comes to that. Long balls over the top, most accurate in the league. They win the ball more times in the final third than anybody. Long throw in from Brown. Deflected right back out to him. Cross back into the area. Takes a deflection, and it will be the first corner of the evening for Knoxville just over a minute in. Knoxville are a team that maybe on paper don't like to have the ball, but especially at home, they've been really good at building up from the back and have really caused problems when they've had the ball as of late. Corner kick brought to you by Precision Concrete Solutions. To the back post, Kelly is there. Oh, was that a handball? The ball is still there. Dean is onto it. And it's hammered in by Jordan Skelton. What a start for one Knoxville. The captain, as he did back in May, puts Knoxville on the board. And a crucial goal for one Knoxville. Corner kick whipped in to the back post. Calls for handball. No one picked up on it. No one cleared it for Charlotte. And bang from Jordan Skelton. Roll that beautiful beam footage. It did look like it ricocheted off of the arm of Christian Cheney. But Jordan Skelton, the opportunist, smashes it in. Absolutely smashed it. And the captain getting his second goal against the Independents in as many games. And one Knoxville once again against the big boys of USL League One, causing havoc. They did it against AV Alta just a couple weeks ago at home. Scored early on in that one as well. But not as early as that, just 3 minutes on the clock. The Independents need a response, and they need it quickly. Sean Lewis getting his first touches on the ball. It's the first time the ball's been in the Knoxville half. What an unbelievable start. Makes things very interesting. A lot of the other guys in the top four will be anxiously watching this one. Likes of Spokane, Chattanooga, and AV Alta will have their eyes on this game. The league is so unbelievably close. It's been so entertaining throughout these summer months. It's bound to go right down to the wire. Cheney, the intended target, in behind, well defended by Skelton. Kelly flicks it on. Here's Dien, couldn't keep it in play. Certainly the start, Mike Jeffries was absolutely dreading. Going down so early, Ian Fuller will be absolutely delighted. Both coaches having to deal with the short turnaround. Just 4 days rest between both Jägermeister Cup games on Saturday. And Knoxville having played less games than anybody in the league. Does mean they're going to have to really test the fitness of their squad, and considering the injuries that they've had as well, it could be it's far from guaranteed that they will stroll their way to the top with the games in hand. But this would be a fantastic start for them in that quest. Referee Amin Hadsnik making sure the ball is placed exactly where the foul happened, and sure they can get back underway. Both teams knocked out of the Jägermeister Cup at the weekend. Knoxville were already mathematically eliminated before the final round, but the Independents, it was drama right to the end. They won 3-0, but a remarkable comeback by Louisville City meant that the Independents dropped from first to third in their group. And yes, a yellow card already for Christian Cheney. And fair to say, he did drag the shorts back of Angelo Kelly, and Christian Cheney, I think, is frustrated that it's a yellow card so early for the first offense. That'll be his 5th yellow card of the season. Kelly trying to play it back out wide to Smith, but couldn't find him this time. Mari Smith struggling with injury, but finally back in Ian Fuller's squad, someone that Coach Fuller said has been so dangerous in training, and we've just been trying to build him up back to full match fitness. He's had a couple substitute appearances in the last 2 weeks, but it's the first start since the first of the season for Kamani Smith. Reggie was fouled. The USL on the CBS Sports Network kicks off August with a League One Battle of the South. Newcomer FC Naples take on South Georgia Tormentor FC Wednesday, August 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern on the CBS Sports Network. Scruffs in full voice, just over to our left. Knoxville supporters group who have been growing in numbers this season haven't had many opportunities at Covenant Health Park. Knoxville's brand new stadium opened this season that they share with the Knoxville Smokies. Smith. Much of that so far in the first 9 minutes. Here's Romero. Fabrice Inga. Everyone behind the ball almost for one Knoxville. Kara. Charlotte showcasing patience, and that's not something that you've seen very often this season. An independent side that have been so electric in transition. They did have to show quite a bit of patience against Richmond at the weekend. And Levy just getting it out wide to Inga. Romero wins the free kick. Against the Richmond Kickers, it was 3-0 on the night. Rafael Reggie had a goal and an assist in that game, and he was on the top 7 rising stars article that was published by USL just this morning. Shows what an impact he could have for the Independents this season. It's a squad that Mike Jeffries has really built a good blend of not just experience, but a lot of youth in there. Rafael Hareji is one of them, but then you've got the likes of Christian Cheney, 35 years of age, but still performing at such a high level. Good ball down the sideline. Here's Dien. He's got Smith at the far post. Dien, his cross was just over the head of Kamani Smith. There will be a goal kick. Babacar Dien stretching his legs for the first time tonight. A lot of pace does the Senegalese striker. A tandem with Kamani Smith could be really deadly. It's just about that final ball from Dien. Kempis Tequila out with injury. He's the one who's leading the line. And maybe the weakest point of this Knoxville team. It might be a bit harsh, but he's only got options. Cross to the back post. Now Reggie's onto it and a crucial touch from Heath Martin, 23-year-old Knoxville native, making his first league start for the club. He'll be slotted in at left back as Danny Fernandez will be a little bit more central alongside Jordan Skelton. His goal is the difference maker so far in the 3rd minute. Inga to the byline, couldn't keep it in play. One Knoxville happy to just sit back at the moment. Grabbing that goal so early on, it means they can control the game. Something they have done to good effect, but when they are behind, they know how to chase it as well, and that's what makes them so dangerous. That Ian Fuller can make those adjustments on the fly. Sean Lewis will take the goal kick, 33-year-old who been out of the team in the last 4 games in all competitions. Made his way back into the side. One of the best goalkeepers in the history of the league, is top 5 in saves all time in USL League One. He's also top 5 in the Golden Boot race for this season. Obviously that hasn't helped a little bit not starting, but see that. Excuse me, Ryan Garibay has played really well in goal. Good ball in behind, and a great block from the shot from John Baquero. Charlotte Independence getting closer. Making that a little bit more dangerous. It's so hard to break down this Knoxville team. Cross was deflected wide, it will be a corner. Let's take a look at the shot again from John Baquero. Really well done by Hareji. Played it in behind, and Jordan Skelton with his long limbs gets his foot ahead of it. That's something that Coach Mike Jeffries said to me in midweek. It's such a large team, they're all so tall, and Jordan Skelton, Danny Fernandez, prime examples of that. Baquero's corner to the near post, headed away by Kelly. About a quarter of an hour in from Confident Health Park. Nicholas Whaley with you. The opening goal came in the 3rd minute from Jordan Skelton. A rocket from about 8 yards out, picking up the pieces from a corner kick. And a goal so early on for One Knoxville. It's meant that they can sit back a little bit and control the game. Charlotte Independence slowly but surely have to break down this One Knoxville defense that's been the best in all of USL League One. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network, for 2 upcoming matches. Monterrey Bay FC face off against FC Tulsa Wednesday, August 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern, and Lexington battle Phoenix Rising on Saturday, August 9th at 6 p.m. Eastern. Go to USL.com for the complete USL TV listings. Cheney nearly got onto it. Oshobani was able to lay it off, but it was nicely intercepted. To Oshobani, making just his 3rd appearance in USL League One for Charlotte Independence. His 2nd space in 1v1s. Someone to look out for tonight for Jacks. Caputo. And One Knoxville will try and build. Carroll will press. The 7th ever meeting between these two sides. Martin couldn't keep it in play, and kicking the ball away. Maybe a little bit lucky not to get a yellow card there. Referees have warranted yellow cards for delaying the restart in that way. Good flick on to Cheney. Good defending from Martin, though. Forces the corner. It's those little one-touch flicks that are so dangerous. And Cheney, who's one of the best in all of USL League One at controlling them. Martin did a very good job. Will be the corner kick. That one's to the back post. And Brown will head it on. It will be a corner once again for the Independents, but from the opposite wing. Shobani is saved from running all the way to the opposite corner flag. It will be John Vaquero this time. Third corner kick of the evening for the Jacks. 28-year-old from Spain will whip it in. That one to the near post. Skelton is there. It was a little bit dangerous. Is Inga. Vaquero back in. It's a really nice touch from Dimmick. But here come Knoxville, the other way. Zarakostas will chase, but it was very well defended by Omar Sis. Gets it back to his goalkeeper, Matt Levy. As much as Charlotte have been so expansive in transition, Knoxville aren't too far behind them. Now 20 goals on the season in USL League One for One Knoxville. Only 5 behind their opponents, who have played 3 games more. And the trademark really for One Knoxville over the past 2 seasons has been how good they are at defending and how solid they are defensively. Goal scoring is something that Ian Fuller has hoped to rectify. Boy, has he ever. Aregi. Zarakostas with the sliding challenge. Aregi still has it. Injai's cross. Collected by Sean Lewis. Sean Lewis back-to-back golden gloves in USL League One. Was also goalkeeper of the year. Experience as well in USL Championship with the likes of Indy 11 and FC Tulsa. Brought elite level goalkeeping to downtown Knoxville. All over the top. The intended target. Zarakostas picks it up. Spielman wins it. Sis. Cheney. Lovely footwork from Christian Cheney. Aregi. Clay Dimmick. His cross to the back post. Vaquero was up there. Brown did ever so well to prevent the goal kick, or the corner kick, excuse me. There is an intensity from the Independents. Confidence you feel is growing. Aregi. Dimmick. Reggie's low cross. Skelton gets it away. Zarakostas. Dien off to the races ahead of him. Brilliant ball from Zarakostas. Kamani Smith is in support. Inga got there first. Still Fabrice Inga. Good sliding challenge from Kelly. Caputo goes back. Knoxville still have possession. It's a little bit frantic. Here come the Independents. Reggie towards the corner flag. Still Hareji. Refuses to go down, but wins the free kick anyway. Callum Johnson all over the back of the Californian. And it will be a free kick in a promising position for the Independents. It will be John Becerra who immediately took the ball and is going to stand over it. Tumi Mashobani as well with the left foot. Possibly in shooting range for the South African. We'll see who takes this. Mashobani to the back post, and the header is there! Bashir Njai levels it for the Independents. A towering header at the back post. A wicked ball in from Tumi Mashobani. And we're back where we started halfway through the first half. It was on a plate. And Tumi Mashobani grabs his first assist for the Independents in USL League One. And the Senegalese midfielder with a towering header for his third goal of the season. I said this game was going to get intense. Look what it means to both teams. It's intense out there. Both coaches know what this means. Now at the halfway points of the season, that's when those playoff places and the title race become more important. And in many ways, it's the old saying of a six-pointer. Well, because of how close it is at the top, games like this are a six-pointer. 3 points for either side are just so important. If the Independents win tonight, they've got a 29 points and will be level at the top with Spokane Velocity. If one Knoxville get all 3 points, they will jump to third in the standings. They will jump Charlotte. And they will also jump AV Alta because of head-to-head. Ball over the top for Kelly. And nicely defended by both Romero and Inga. Looks like Kelly had his shoes untied in the play, and will have a few minutes so that the Honduran can properly strap himself in. Select is proud. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials and more. Select, the player's choice. Lovely control from Cheney. Reggie tried to return the pass. DN brought down. Nick Spielman, the guilty party. "26 minutes on the clock." It feels like a lot longer than that, it has to be said. So much has happened already. The opening goal for Knoxville came just 3 minutes in through Jordan Skelton. And then the 24th minute, Bashir Njai. Leveling the scoring for the Independents. Brown plays in Kamani Smith. Can he keep it in? No, he can't. You would think the turf might be that little bit more slick because of the weather we've had. Part of it probably is, considering that some of the turf was tarped up at the areas where the diamond, the baseball diamond, would usually be. That was all covered up with the tarps, so that bit of the pitch might be a little bit more dry, but the rest of it was completely exposed, so it's an interesting dynamic at Covenant Health Park, that's for sure. Good defending from Brown, no foul. Mashobani still going. Tumi Mashobani. Ball comes out to Sis. Baquero's cross. It's deflected. It will be yet another corner for Charlotte. The Jacks are in the ascendancy. Brown brought down by Cheney. The referee said no foul. Look at the skill from Tumi Mashobani. So good at keeping the ball close to him. He's able to create by himself. The South African stands over the corner kick. To the near post. It's headed clear once again. Maybe a bit of miscommunication between Caputo and Kelly there. Shobani will get another crack. Better delivery this time. Skelton's header was first. Reggie plays it out wide. And Knoxville won a free kick in the melee. It's been the 7th meeting between these two teams. The last game back in May was the first time that the Independents had beaten One Knoxville since One Knox entered USL League One back in 2023. There's only one time where both teams hadn't scored in the game, and that was in the very first meeting in June of 2023. I mean, once again, these two sides proving that they can score against each other, that's for sure. Ball in behind for Smith. Couldn't keep it in play. As we approach the half-hour mark from Covenant Health Park. 45 minutes. We had to wait for kickoff. The isolated thunderstorms in the area forced us into a weather delay, but both teams didn't take that long to both get on the score sheet. Jordan Skelton in the 3rd minute, and then Bashir Njai in the 24th to level things up for the Jacks. And here comes Charlotte. Clay Dimmick. And is fouled by Zara Costas. Greek international commits more fouls per game than anybody in all of L, with 5, has been excellent down the flanks this season for One Knoxville. Has that little bit more of an erratic energy about him, and I think that's why Ian Fuller likes him so much, but also has that creative flair. The Independents scored from a free kick very similar to this back in the 24th minute. Njai will be the target surely once again. Tumi Mashobani whipped it in last time. John Baquero stands over it as well. Amin Hadzik, our central referee, making sure there's nothing illegal going on inside the penalty area. That one's played short. Does not work. Slightest for the assist, ran into traffic. And that won't be a corner, it would actually be a goal kick. Big opportunity on the counter-attack for One Knoxville. Zaracostas played in behind brilliantly by Dien. Dien cuts to his right, gets away from Omar Sis, but just needed to pick his head up. He had support on the right side, I believe, from Kamani Smith. Zaracostas still looking for that first goal in the league for One Knoxville. Did score in the US Open Cup earlier in the season. Lovely control from Cheney. Danny Fernandez did enough. If results in a yellow card for the Englishman. And left his left leg hanging there. Without a doubt, a yellow card. Second of the night. First for One Knoxville. Marnie Smith making just his second start in the league this season. His first coming all the way back in March against Spokane. He's been struggling with injuries. Someone that Ian Fuller was more than delighted to have back in the fold. Especially with Mark Doyle and Kempis Tequila out injured. It will be Baquero this time. Good ball in. Cheney was up there first. Kelly's header. Independents still have it. Njai. Baquero. Fabrice Inga. Headed away by Skelton at the near post. Back out to Inga. Up against Brown. Good challenge from Jaheim Brown. Can either team find the lead before the break? Just over 10 minutes to go in the first half. Spielman. Nearly the perfect diagonal switch to Inga. Jaheim Brown dealt with it this time. Caputo. Excuse me. Here's Baquero. Switch to the far side. Dimmick kept it in play. No, he didn't. Just ran out of room. Did the 30-year-old, making his 155th appearance for the Independents tonight. That's its third in the all-time list for the Independents. First for USL League One players. He's been with the club for a very long time and nothing but a professional. Such a great character, says head coach Mike Jeffries. He's done everything he could for the squad. And still reliable as ever from right back. Foul against Kelly. Because One Knoxville have now only played 5 games at home in USL League One this season, they're far the lowest of anybody. It means that they will get the enjoyment of being at home for 4 of the next 5 games. Coach Ian Fuller said they're still getting used to their new home, but sleeping in your own bed is always preferable. For the Independents, they have 3 straight games at home. Up against Texoma at the weekend, then Greenville and Westchester, but then they'll have three straight games away from home. High pressure from Zarakostas, and he wins the free kick. Romero will get the yellow card. And a free kick right outside the area for One Knoxville. And the pressure from Stavros Zarakostas, that's the thing, he may give away fouls, but he also wins them. better than anybody for Knoxville. Romero picking up his 6th yellow card of the season. Callum Johnson stands over the free kick. What could be a crucial set piece for One Knox. 2 more have joined the party, including Danny Fernandez and Kamani Smith. Kamani Smith looking for that first goal for One Knoxville. Danny Fernandez will stroll over into the penalty area and be an option for a possible cross. Say the angle might not favor a shot, but I've seen crazier things than that. It is Smith! Tipped over the bar by Levy. Not sure if it was a needed touch, but better safe than sorry. It might have been coming off the crossbar, so certainly to be safe, Matt Levy tipping it over. Callum Johnson will take the corner kick. Towards the 6-yard area, Levy comes to punch. Comes out to Kelly. Tries to spin away from pressure. And the Independents win the throw. So the attack will peter out a little bit for One Knox. As if Kelly was just hesitant to go over towards the corner flag. Ball just behind Cheney. In the end, One Knox will get the ball back. Five minutes to go in the first half from Covenant Health Park. Nicholas Whaley still with you. And what has been a very entertaining opening 45 minutes. Beautiful switch to Smith. First time cross. Romero with the clearance. Njai away from Caputo. Bashir Njai may have been clipped, but the referee said no foul. Here's Kelly. Smith. He's got DN in the area. Still Kamani Smith. Zarakostas. He gets it back. Zarakostas wins the corner. Knoxville going up a gear to end the first half. The Independents have had more possession and you felt we're in the ascendancy, but it means a lot to both teams. It's getting feisty out there. 4th and 5th going into the game. It means so much to both teams and coaches. We'll see what happened. It looks like Babacar Dieng was involved. And it began a little bit of a shoving match. Looked as if it was Bashir Njai involved as well. And the 2 Senegalese with a confrontation there. Well, I have to reiterate how important this game could be in the grand scheme of the season. The Independents win tonight. They will go level at the top with Spokane, and for Knoxville, they'll jump into the top 3 with all 3 points. Can One Knox squeak ahead before the break? Header is cleared at the front post. Comes out to Kelly. Can't keep it in. And well defended by Omar Sis once again. Omar Sis, 23-year-old, excuse me, has been excellent. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. And the Knoxville Scruffs surviving what has really been miserable weather this afternoon, but have had their voices heard throughout this season and are very happy to be in their brand new stadium. Bucaro, Cheney. Danny Fernandez right on the back of Christian Cheney. Bucaro up against Caputo. Inga with the cross. Deflected out by Brown. Fabrice Inga will look to throw it in. He looks for options. To the final minute of the first half. Reggie towards the byline, and Zarakostas runs into the advertising boards. Referee Amin Hadzik quick on the scene. I don't think it was any more than just hard pressure, maybe the hand to the back of Rafael Aregi. That was Zarakostas. While he is an instigator at times, not sure he did anything wrong there. Looks like we're going to get 2 minutes of stoppage time to end this first half. Smith gets away from Inga, but his touch was a little bit heavy, won by Romero, but it will be a throw. It's confirmation of those 2 minutes to be added on at the end of the first half. And Jaheim Brown, who's has these trademark long throws that have caused chaos in penalty areas already this season. Look to do the same again. Long throw. Header on from Fernandez, but he fouled Cheney in the build-up. And the chance will once again go by the wayside for Knoxville, who in the last 5 minutes of this first half have had more of the opportunities, but haven't tested Matt Levy by any stretch of the imagination. Both teams with just 3 shots, 2 on target for Knoxville, just the 1 for the Independents, and that of course was the header from Bashir Njai in the 24th minute that leveled things up. Sis over the top. Danny Fernandez gets it back upfield. Johnson wins the free kick. 30 seconds left of the first half. Possibly one more opportunity for one Knoxville. Maybe we'll have an extra few seconds. We've had a little bit of wasted time in this stoppage time. See what Amin Hadzik will do, our central referee. There will be nothing else added on to the end of what was a very fun first half. Jordan Skelton got things going early after smashing in a shot from 8 yards out in the 3rd minute to give Knoxville the early lead. But however, in the 24th minute, it was Bashir Njai who got on the end of a wicked cross from Tumi Mashobani to level things up. It's intense out there. Both teams know how much it means. It's 4th against 5th in USL League One. Halftime, it will be brought to you by Realty Executives. We have all the reaction and everything going on around the league. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Gig speed internet from the big guys, gig speed internet from KUB Fiber. What's the difference? Ours is truly gig speed. Do a speed check and see if you're getting what you pay for. Then,
One the scoreline between Knoxville and Charlotte Independence, the top 5 showdown in USL League One. Promised goals, and it has provided them. It has been a really good opening 45 for both teams. Well, Chattanooga Red Wolves continue to turn heads in USL League One. They have been absolutely fantastic, and a big reason why is Omar Hernandez. He is the USL League One Player of the Week for Week 20. He scored against Texoma in that 1-1 draw. And Chattanooga Red Wolves, they just keep on winning, and they keep on pushing the boundaries as well. They definitely look like a contender for the regular season title, but that's not was part of what was an amazing week of USL League One action. We have the goal of the week and the save of the week. Check them out.
Hernandez, the point of origin, onto the left foot! My, what a strike! Omar Hernandez bends the mine with a left-footed blast and makes it 1-0.
Pelaez versus Jason Smith. Pelaez denied! Big stop by the first-year pro, and what a season it continues to be for Jason Smith.
Prinks Tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks Tires will be there for the long haul.
On the ground, stepping Cisnero! For Reed Steven! Tormenta is in front!
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day. What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Blew my mind away.
It's not just a nationwide company that's trying to get your money and then jacking up your prices every other month.
$65 a month, every month, no questions asked.
It's so fast.
So my speeds have quadrupled, actually.
Believe me, you will see the difference.
If you can get KUB fiber in your neighborhood, get it.
10 out of 10, I would recommend it.
Welcome back to Confident Health Park. The Scruff's taking a little bit of a rest. The halftime is brought to you by Realty Executives. Knoxville 1, Charlotte Independence 1. Let's take a look at what's going on around USL. And boy, there's quite a bit to talk about. It has to be said. Big league-wide milestone coming up on Saturday. It is the 1,000th match in the history of USL League One, and it's a rematch of last year's final. Spokane taking on Union Omaha, and big news as well on the League One front, and the amount of Greenville Triumph puns that you will hear throughout the rest of the Jägermeister Cup cannot be understated, because they are still in the competition. They are in the quarterfinals against Indy 11, and another team that is formally going to be in the 2026 season in USL League One, Eugene, Oregon. Super exciting stuff over in the Pacific Northwest. Certainly going to be a lot of fun. What's also fun is the weekend slate as well for USL League One. But the standings are what is so important, and especially for this game is what gets especially me so excited, because look how close it is at the top. FC Naples as well sneaking in there in the top 6. The top 6 are separated by just 6 points. One Knoxville and Charlotte Independence. That is the standings live. So if that's how the game ends, that's where these two teams will place. Looking ahead at the weekend, both Independence and one Knoxville are in action on Saturday as well, both at home against Texoma and Portland Hearts of Pine, respectively. Both also will be hoping to get wins then. Also, AV Alta as well in action at 6 o'clock against Forward Madison Eastern Time. And Chattanooga as well, both on the road. Two very important teams in the race for the regular season title. And there are 7 games at the weekend on Saturday, and that 7th game is the 1,000th match in USL League One history between Spokane Velocity and Union Omaha. That one at 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. Like I mentioned, a rematch of the USL League One final from last year. And it's a league that's growing, and just 6 years in has provided quite a lot of excitement. Take a look at what the first 993 games so far have had in USL.
It is a milestone 7 years in the making. USL League One is about to stage its 1,000th match, and no one has played in more of those matches than Greenville Triumph defender Evan Lee. 163 league appearances. How cool is that to be a part of that history?
It's really cool. I think it's things like that you think about growing up, and when you can find a good club in Greenville like I have, and a good league that is healthy and growing, it's really cool to be a part of.
You guys were the inaugural match, and everything was going fine until you had the defender's worst nightmare. You were stuck, the only guy left on a 2-on-1. What do you remember about that moment in the first League One game?
Not being very much fun in that moment. But what I do really remember is obviously being disappointed in the result for us, but excited the league had kicked off and excited that we were able to take Alex Morel, the first ever goal scorer, and bring him over to Greenville the next season. So that's really what I remember from it.
Lee and the Triumph have seen plenty of big moments. There was Liam McKinnon's 4-goal showing against Chattanooga Red Wolves in 2023. The year before, a 5-5 10-goal draw against South Georgia Tormenta. So good, they now call it the Peach States Derby. Speaking of derbies, the Henny Derby between Forward Madison and Richmond Kickers finished League One's first ever CBS SN match in grand fashion.
The Richmond Kickers win the Henny Derby!
From Madison's Snopener to Union Omaha's season points record in 2023, League One is writing history one match at a time.
You got Ronaldinho with a shovel in the dirt, getting ready to get a stadium going here. Has this come together better than you thought?
Definitely. Because again, when you come to a new team, you're not really sure. And it's easy to throw buzzwords around and say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But to see the club try to push forward and actually make some progress in these things is really good. That goes to show how serious the league is, and that's all we can ask for at the end of the day.
Fiber internet from the big guys, fiber internet from KUB. What's the difference? No fine print. Get true gig speed internet for just $65 a month. No contracts, no slowdowns, no disclaimers. KUB Fiber.
The sun has set over the Smoky Mountains and Covenant Health Park. One Knoxville and Charlotte Independence locked at 1. Halftime is brought to you by Realty Executives. Let's take a look at what happened in the first 45 minutes between these two sides in this top 5 battle in USL League One. And things got off to a flyer for One Knoxville. The corner kick, absolute chaos in the penalty area, and Jordan Skelton says thank you very much and smashes it into the back of the net. Calls for handball on Christian Cheney, but thankfully for One Knoxville, Jordan Skelton, the captain, didn't stop and just hammered the home side into an early lead. Then in the 24th minute, what a ball this is, however, from Tumi Mashobani, and the header at the back post was perfect from Bashir Njai, his third goal of the season, and lock things up at 1 for the Independents. Take a look at those first half stats. Going into the game, we knew this game would be unbelievably close, and it's proven to be so. The Independents have had a little bit more possession than One Knoxville, but both with 3 shots, each with 2 and 1 on target, no offside, and then 2 yellow cards for the Independents. So we've had a little bit of, I would say, it's a little bit fiery, has to be said. We've had a few confrontations as well, and surely it won't be the last. Second half just moments away from Covenant Health Park. As it stands right now, the Independents would move into 3rd. One Knoxville would stay in 5th in the league. We do have a substitution for One Knoxville. Get confirmation of that momentarily. It looks like Mikael Goling has come into the game. Both sides set and ready to go for the second 45. Amin Hadzik blows his whistle. And the second half is underway. Siva Howley was the one who comes into the game as well as Nicola Rosamila. It's like a triple change for Ian Fuller. Ian Fuller making the use of his bench. Rosamila, his first action of the second half, cleared away. The Independents, however, standing firm. Mike Jeffries yet to dip to his bench. Fabrice Inga. Zarakostas gets muscled away. Header is only far as Sis. Gets the ball played to Dimmick. He's the goal scorer in Jai. Fabrice Inga. Good ball in. Headed away and cleared away by Johnson. Dien spins away. Here's Stravos Zarakostas. Down the right-hand side. Tries to cut to his left. Fabrice Inga, as ever, getting goal side and winning the ball. Not many get past Fabrice Inga, that's for sure. We'll have a stoppage in play as Bashir Njai is stretching out. It looks like his right hamstring, and it looks like he'll be okay to continue, but that would be of major concern to Mike Jeffries. Romero, long ball over the top. Cheney was the intended target. Brown clears away. Goaling. Caputo. Rosamila. Knoxville will look to build out of the back. Here is Siva Howley. Jaheim Brown. Here we go, good dummy from Jaheim Brown. John Baquero couldn't control it in midfield, and Knoxville have it back. Caputo, goaling. Dien looked to play it, let the ball play through, and it will trickle out for a goal kick. Heath Martin, Angelo Kelly, and Kamani Smith were the three that made way for one Knoxville, as offside is called against Christian Cheney. With a change of shape as well for Knoxville, and Danny Fernandez has been pushed out to left back. Goaling. Looked to whip it to the back post for Rosamila, but couldn't keep it in play. Mikael Goaling, who was one of those substitutions, making his 14th appearance of the season, has played in every single game this season 4-1 Knoxville, number 17, just to the left of your screen. 2 goals and 1 assist so far this season. Provides that little bit of flair in midfield, and here are those confirmations of those substitutions. Caputo, goaling. Loses out this time. Cheney, who's started the second half on the near side, is, like I mentioned, at kickoff, this is a front four for Charlotte that can pretty much interchange with each other and play anywhere across the front line. Cheney has been moved out to the left-hand side with Tumi Mashobani playing more centrally and playing as the lead striker at the moment. And then John Becerra will move in there as well. They're almost playing with 2 at the moment. Knoxville win it back in midfield. Fernandez, Rosamila, excuse me, loses out. Can either side break through? Inga against Zarakostas again. Fabrice Inga tried the Cruyff turn, and the ball just got away from him there. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on the Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Cheney up against Brown, tried to flick it wide to Becerra. Both teams just struggling to make that final play and make that final ball in going into the final third. See, Knoxville have struggled to do that so far in the first 7 minutes of this first half, and the Independents too. This being the 17th game for the Independents. For Knoxville, this is their 14th. Kane Brown playing it back to Johnson. He's got options at the far post. The end header, it's deflected. Forced Levy to readjust. And he did ever so well to get from his right to his left. First big chance of the second half. Dien's header ricochets. And Levy, who was on his way to his right, did very well to get over to the other post. Knoxville have a pip in their step. Brown returns the ball to Zarakostas. Can he keep it in? He does! He was able to get the ball in anyway, but just ran out of room. Matt Levy did well at his near post. Njai. Cheney. Got Dimmick to his right. Whipped in by Dimmick. And that one well over the crossbar this time. Well, Ian Fuller making his first chess moves right at half-time. 3 total substitutions. You don't see that very often. A little bit of a change in shape, but a little bit of frustration as well for Knoxville's first-year head coach. Making 3 changes at the break and changing the shape a little bit. Putting your 2 tallest and most physical centre-backs in Haugley and Skelton to deal with the likes of Christian Cheney. Danny Fernandez did a very good job there, but he's been moved out to the fullback position. He has been excellent, has Danny Fernandez going forward as well. Maybe that's part of the reasoning. Kel Goling coming into the fold as well. Again, another threat on set pieces as well, and Rosa Mila coming in for Kamani Smith. That may be just a fitness issue for Kamani Smith, who's still working his way back through injury, and Rosa Mila, who's done really well as of late, scored a goal and an assist against Knoxville's last win at home against AV Alta. It was 3-1 on that occasion. Rosa Mila actually came off the bench really early in that game for Mark Doyle, who's still out with an injury. Just 10 minutes into this second half, make that 11 minutes. Nicholas Whaley still with you from Covenant Health Park in downtown Knoxville, this beautiful new facility. Both teams still honestly feeling each other out in the opening stages of the second half. Long ball over the top, Cheney the intended target, gives the thumbs up to his teammate, but Sean Lewis was quick off his line. Both teams with 4 clean sheets this season, but however, for both teams, those 2 clean sheets came in the first month of the season. Have only had 2 since. It's quite fascinating how well balanced the league really is this year. All teams in USL League One can score on any given day, and it's going to be fascinating right down to the wire in USL League One. Nice control from Goling. Wins the throw in on the near side. As you saw at the break, the top 6 are separated by 6 points. And for Mike Jeffries and company, certainly will be looking for all 3 of those points, and we might momentarily see his first movements in this very large game of chess between him and Ian Fuller. Ian Fuller and Mike Jeffries have known each other in the coaching circles for a long time. Rosa Mila's shot deflected off the bar. Dien is up there. And it looks like it was a collision of heads between Dien and Romero. My goodness, how close was Knoxville to taking back the lead? Nicola Rosa Mila. Let's see if that one ricocheted off the bar. It looked like it went right on the line. Wow, you could even see the white paint kicking up. That's how close Knoxville were to taking back the lead. It took the deflection. That was heading towards goal. Look at the white paint jump up there on the line. Levy was beat. And certainly very well done by the referee to stop play immediately. A much needed hydration break for both teams. It is still a very humid day here in the southeast of the United States. And with those thunderstorms that rolled in, there's a lot of moisture in the air, and it's still relatively warm as well. We're in the 80s tonight. Mike Jeffries has been the head coach of the Independents since 2015, and he was promoted to the general manager for only 15 games 2019, and then moved his way back. The longest tenured coach in all of USL League One, but for Ian Fuller, he is one of the youngest because this is his first season for One Knoxville. Played 4 seasons at Clemson and was also drafted 21st in 2002 by the New England Revolution, and has since transferred to being a head coach. He's been an assistant coach for Minnesota United and Orlando City in MLS. He's made his way to USL League One for his first head coaching gig. And then Elijah Illich, who as his assistant. Illich has provided a plethora of experience from the sidelines, who played over 170 minutes across USL League One and USL Championship with over 50 goals. And won 2 titles in USL Championship with Louisville City. Take a look at that shot again from Rosa Mila. Beautifully cut inside onto his right foot. Smashed it and takes a deflection off the head, it looks like, of Spielman. And yes, it was the correct decision by the referee. Went right off the bar and onto the line. Of course, no VAR or goal line technology in USL. So Mike Jeffries, his playing career dates back quite a bit further than his counterpart. It was the 1983 Hermann Trophy winner, had a 13-year professional career, made 3 appearances for the national team, the US national team, I should say. And has since then had a remarkable year as a coach of the Independents. Has led the team to the promised land, but came up just short in 2023 against North Carolina FC. And it was an incredible run for an Independence team whose best ever finish in USL League One is 4th. Let's take a look how we got to this point, and it started really early on in the 3rd minute. Chaos in the penalty area after the corner kick from Johnson, and Skelton said thank you very much and smashes it in. This delivery in the 24th minute by Mashobani to the back post, and the header as well from Bashir Njai in the 24th minute. Those are the 2 goals that we have tonight. Fabio Dien and Calvin Romero, the 2 collided mid-air, and referee Amin Hadzik did a very good job making sure that both players will be all right to continue. And both will be happy to continue. Trainee, Bakero at the back post was Moshobani into the side netting by the South African. Both teams coming close in the last few minutes, and it just came off of his shin there, as you can see. Didn't get clean contact on it. Inches away. And here are the first 2 changes from Mike Jeffries. Juan David Moreno will be coming in along with Swebu Maru. Swebu Maru, who has 6 goals off the bench this season for One Knoxville. Made 10 substitute appearances in total. This will be his 11th. The substitutions will happen momentarily, and Cheney is fouled by Skelton. Now the substitutions can take place. And Cheney is one of them. First coming off, though, is Tumi Mashobani, who assisted the opening goal. He is the one who will be replaced by Juan David Moreno. Swebu Maru, who scored the 3rd and final goal back in May when these 2 teams faced off. He came off the bench on that day as well. What impact can he have, the Cameroonian? He will now take over from Christian Cheney, 24 years old. Still leads the team in goals this season in USL League One. the two teams that have depth, and the depth, especially at this point in the season, could be very important. The mixed low cross. Haugley gets the initial touch. Fernandez, and Haugley smartly clears. Zaracostas couldn't get the counter-attack going for one Knoxville. Charlotte have it back. Inga floats it towards Moreno. There'll be a throw-in on the near side for one Knoxville. It's a game on a knife's edge. You really feel it at the moment, both teams desperate to not make mistakes. They know each other very well, that whoever makes that first mistake will certainly pay. Could this be that mistake? Swabu Maru, Moreno! Right on cue! Juan David Moreno, with his first touch of the game, puts the Independents in front. What a time to score your first goal of the season. And the Jacks take the lead. Caputo caught on it. Brilliant dummy from Swabu Maru, and Moreno. No questions asked. First time effort, bang into the left corner. Left Sean Lewis, no chance. And Mike Jeffries makes the adjustments, makes the substitutions, and it pays off instantly for Charlotte. And Ian Fuller and one Knoxville have work to do. They now must chase the game. What a moment for Juan David Moreno. Scores his first goal of the season and first goal for the club. And a huge moment in the season for Charlotte, especially if they can hold on. Can one Knoxville respond? Jaheim Brown. Gets it back. Low cross. DN at the near post. Got under it this time. One Knoxville needs to see a bit more of him. Really nice control from Jaheim Brown. He got the ball in, and in the end, good defending from Nick Spielman. Staying strong against DN. And that's the area where one Knoxville doesn't have a second option really at the moment. They do have Ben Brophy to come off the bench, the 19-year-old. Could we see him come off the bench for Ian Fuller? Nice control from Haugley. Fernandez, excuse me. All over the top. Maru is onto it. Dragged down by Skelton. Skelton giving a few words to Swabu Maru. Not very happy with how lightly the Cameroonian went down. See what I mean? That this game means a lot to both sets of players. They know what it means in the grand scheme of the title race. 20 minutes and change to go from Covenant Health Park in downtown Knoxville. One Knox took the lead early in the 3rd minute thanks to Jordan Skelton, who, by the way, was the 7th different goal scorer in a row for One Knox. But since then, the Independents have fought back and now lead. It's Zara Costas back across goal. Cleared away by Romero. And Johnson couldn't control. He gives away the throw on the near side. Independents can breathe a sigh of relief again. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Foul from Johnson to the back of Njai. Scored the equalizer for the Independents in the 24th minute. And then Juan David Moreno in the 66th. Made it 2-1 Knoxville. Now the mountain for Knoxville to climb. As it stands, the Independents would go level at the top of the table with Spokane Velocity. The race for the regular season title is certainly on. Inga gets his cross blocked by Jaheim Brown. And Fabrice Inga has been excellent down that left-hand side tonight. Both going forward and defensively, has really kept Stravos Zarakostas quiet as much as possible. It's something that's not easy. Not many clubs have been able to figure him out. The Independents have made the playoffs 5 straight seasons across USL Championship and USL League One. Finalists in 2023. Lost on penalties in the final, but with some new additions and the fact that they've had 2 of their best players from the start of the season taken away from them, with Alfredo Medens and Luis Alvarez going to the USL Championship. Alfredo Medens was on loan from Lexington and he was recalled, and Luis Alvarez signed for the Tampa Bay Rowdies in an unprecedented in-season interleague move. But the few additions that Mike Jeffries has made, like Pedro Fonseca, and most notably Tumi Mashobani, who got the assist for the opening goal for the Independents. How important is that recruitment going to be down the stretch for the Independents? Rosa Mila. Fernandez's cross. Headed away, it will be a corner. Knoxville very dangerous on set pieces because of their size. And something that Mike Jeffries pointed out, that they are one of the tallest teams in the league and certainly one of the biggest threats he was looking at going into the game tonight. Corner kick is brought to you by Precision Concrete Solutions, proud members of the East Tennessee community, building together. Caputo. Johnson's cross. Header at the back post. Really well defended by Njai. Zarakostas. Deflected away, and the Independents will have the throw. Let's take a look at that once again. Great cross to the back post, and it was a crucial header from Bashir Njai. ahead of Siva Haugli. Just a quarter of an hour to go. Inga will be disappointed with himself there. Gives the ball right back to one Knoxville. Jaheim Brown with his trademark long throw. Can it cause chaos in the Charlotte penalty area? Brown's long throw. Headed clear only as far as Johnson. Sis gets it away. Juan David Moreno chases. There'll be a free kick for the Independents. Two more substitutions getting ready for Charlotte. Christopher Jamie will come into the game for just his 4th appearance of the season. So Pele Usmano as well will come into the game. Pele Usmano, who scored his first goal for the club at the weekend in the Jägermeister Cup. He makes his 13th appearance of the season. A 20-year-old from Cameroon, signed from Hartford Athletic in the off-season. And scored a really important goal against the Richmond Kickers. It gave the Independents life in the competition. Of course, it didn't come to fruition, but someone that head coach Mike Jeffries was really excited about and excited to see what he can do towards the end of the season. One of the younger players on the team, and it's a really good young core of Pele Usmano, and Juan David Moreno is in that conversation as well. And don't forget Rafael Haregi as well, in terms of the youth in this Independent side. All could be very important down the line for Mike Jeffries and company. And it's a group that their head coach is certainly thrilled about. Origi is fouled in the build-up. See Ian Fuller at the top of your screen, not particularly happy, and speaking to the 4th official. He has been frustrated a little bit tonight, and I'm sure will be frustrated with what he's seen from his team in the second half. And to have taken the lead, Knoxville aren't really a team that gives up points from a winning position. It hasn't happened often for them. They've only dropped 6 points when they've been in the lead this season. Can one Knoxville recover? Here is Rosamila. Zarakostas is far side. Stravos Zarakostas fires away and scores for one Knoxville. And there, sweet as you like, is Knoxville's response. Stravos Zarakostas with his first goal for Knoxville comes at the perfect time with just about 10 minutes to go. Rosamila plays the Greek international in beautifully, and Zarakostas flashes it under the outstretched glove of Matt Levy. And roll that beautiful bean footage. Zarakostas gets that first USL League One goal. And now we are level. What a night of USL League One action. Both teams going at it. It has been brilliant to watch. Both teams, the opportunities honestly have been far and few between. But when they've come, both teams have been clinical. And with just 10 minutes to go, we are back where we started. Can Charlotte reply immediately? Flashed across goal by Jauregui, and it took a touch off of Lewis, according to the referee. He didn't think it did. And actually, it is going to be a goal kick. The one Knoxville player has reacted as if it was going to be so. It did not take a touch off of the glove of Lewis. It will be a goal kick. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. And Dien does find the back of the net, but his teammate Zarakostas was offside in the build-up. And Ian Fuller, off your screen, has received a yellow card. Purely out of frustration, and still talking to the referee is one Knoxville's coach. Frustration starting to boil over at Covenant Health Park. Matt Levy will take his time to take the free kick. We'll also have a substitution for one Knoxville. James Thomas, a special moment for the 26-year-old, will make his first appearance for one Knoxville off the bench. Listen to the roar of the crowd. He played for non-league side Farnham Town in the UK before moving to the US for college, excuse me. And now makes his first professional start for one Knoxville. He signed for one Knox in 2022 when they were still in USL League Two, and he was the captain of the USL League Two side. I should say that is James Thomas's first appearance of this season, having battled through injury. All over the top for Goaling. Zarakostas. Ingo with the header. Picked up by Matt Levy. And welcome back to James Thomas. Shot from Jauregui is saved by Lewis. Ball dropped right to the Californian. Just couldn't get enough venom behind it. Goaling. Here is Thomas. Zarakostas. Good cross from Thomas. Cleared away by Spielman. This game will go right down to the wire. And we should get at least a little bit of stoppage time because of the stoppage for the head injuries earlier. James Thomas. Goaling. Caputo. Haugley. Everyone behind the ball for the Independents. Fernandez. Thought about the diagonal switch. Skelton. There's Thomas again. Looping cross to the left side. Goes over everyone's head, and the Independents have it back. Can they counter? Maru. Moreno. A little bit of a heavy touch, but contact from Zarakostas. He felt it was minimal. Independence take the free kick quickly. Here's Jamie. Christopher Jamie ran out of room. Inga, Sis. Jamie. Fabrice Inga, deflected cross. That Omar Sis was shielding the ball. A little too much there, and Amin Hadzik has really done a good job in this game of controlling the fixture, and as we said, he's done a very good job. He's had a couple very important decisions to make tonight. Of course, including Nicola Rosamila's rocket off the bar and off the line earlier in the second half. Had to make the right decision there. Haugli. Goaling. Haugli again. Fizzed in to Zarakostas, who's equalizer at the moment, just keeping both teams level. Thomas with the throw. Haugli goaling. Caputo. Fernandez. Haugli's header. Dien. Caputo! Got under it on the half volley. And for half a second, you thought the spectacular was about to happen. Dien couldn't get the ball down, got it to the top of the area, and Caputo just rushed it in the end. He's still yet to get off the mark this season. But what a moment that would have been for the 24-year-old. 2.5 minutes or so to go. What has been a fascinating night of soccer in Covenant Health Park. That will be another foul called against Zarakostas, and this time he will go in the book, but he's hit the deck in frustration. He can't believe it, because this will be his 6th yellow card of the season. And he just looks dejected, really. And if anything, referee Amin Hadzik looked apologetic. Just see what happened there. Just a collision of feet, really, and Inga maybe felt a bit more of the brunt, but it was a 50-50 challenge. I do feel maybe it was a little bit harsh, but it is a yellow nonetheless for Zarakostas, and Pedro Fonseca will look to come into the game. Assistant coach Dave Dixon makes sure the 4th official knows exactly who's coming off. We'll get confirmation of who is. Fabrice Inga is back to his feet, away from your pictures here. Pedro Fonseca will have to wait to come into the game. Raheem Brown tries to get the throw-in done quickly and is forced to wait. The Rafael Haregi, who will make way for Pedro Fonseca. Rafael Haregi, who scored and assisted at the weekend against Richmond. Will come off with just about 30 seconds left of the 90 for Pedro Fonseca, who making his 6th appearance off the bench this season. One of those mid-season additions for Mike Jeffries. Can he make an impact at the end of this one? Moreno, long cross in there. There were options. Fonseca was one of them. Haugli's header cleared. Zarakostas immediately putting his hands up as a signal to the referee. Goaling. Looks to play Dien in behind. Oh, and the pressure from Dien. brings down Pele Usmanu, and that could be a yellow card. It won't be in the end, but it will be a foul against Dien. Maybe the arm in the back certainly makes it look a little more harsh than it was. Usmanu quickly to his feet, and maybe a little bit more uncomfortably than he'd prefer. He's holding that ankle and is walking a bit gingerly. 6 minutes of added time to end this game. Plenty of time for either Charlotte or One Knoxville to grab all 3 points. 3 points that could be so valuable for either side in the battle for the USL League One regular season title, for the battle for those playoff places. Top 4 in USL League One are the home teams. They get the home seeds, and that of course is very important once we get towards October and November. Every goal, every point will matter. Fabrice Inga, Fonseca, long switch to Dimmick, Juan David Moreno. Dimmick again. Moreno looked to run down the right side. Romero. Fonseca gets the ball taken away from him. Can One Knoxville counter? They give the ball right back. Here's Jamie. Inga over the arm of James Thomas. The referee said it was accidental. Not much protest from the Independence players. James Thomas's back was turned, in all fairness. Haugli wins it high up the pitch. Levy's off his line. Dien's round the goalkeeper. Babicon Dien off the line. Dien has it back. Lays it off to Rosa Mila. Can he get a shot away? It's blocked by Usmanu. And it will be a corner kick. Matt Levy was well off his line. Dien rounded the goalkeeper. And it will end up being a corner. Roll that beautiful beam footage. And off the line from Romero. Dien, frankly, hit it straight at him. His angle wasn't the best. Tried to go himself again. And he's sent away, inches away from a winner for Knoxville. Could that be the final big opportunity for One Knox? They have the corner kick. Fonseca heads clear. Now the Independents with a trademark counter-attack. Jamie keeps it in on the right-hand side. Rosamila wins it. And now the ball goes out of play. It will be a throw-in. Just under 2.5 minutes to go in stoppage time. Both teams giving it everything. Skelton, long diagonal ball. Good control from Zarakostas. Low cross. It's deflected. Goaling was there, but it's cleared away first. Looks as if that was Usmanu who got it clear. There will be a throw-in. But it's not just any throw-in, it's Jaheim Brown's throw-ins, which will career into the penalty area. Jaheim Brown's throw, it was a little short this time. Over the head of Zarakostas. Long range hit from James Thomas. Goes up and over and into the concourse. Under 90 seconds now. Can Charlotte take all 3 points? Do they have one more attack in them? Jamie, oh, a little bit of a hard collision there. No foul, says the referee. Zarakostas has stayed down here. And I think it's fair enough that the referee stopped proceedings. On initial viewing, it looked as if maybe there was a little bit of just fierce contact in the end. Maybe the wind taken out of Zarakostas in the moment. Knoxville will get the ball back, and maybe a few extra seconds will be added onto the clock here. We are in the 96th minute. And it will be a drop ball that Skelton will quickly play. 20 seconds left. Brown, long ball over the top. Spielman gets the touch. It will be a long throw from Brown that could end the game. One last gasp for one Knoxville. Everyone up for one Knox. Brown's throw in, comes back out to him. Moreno skips away from him, wins the throw in. The referee still hasn't blown his whistle. We're past the promised 6 minutes. Omar Sis, the Independents have to get the ball forward. Levy sends it long. Headed back by Caputo. Is there one more chance for the Independents? The referee, let's play go on. Fabrice Inga. It's Jamie, deflected and into the hands of Lewis. Still no whistle. And there it is. An electrifying night that ends all square. Ian Fuller and Mike Jeffries share a smile. And certainly from a neutral, it was such a fun game of soccer. Both coaches surely will be satisfied with a point. One Knoxville took the lead early on. And the man of the match, Zarakostas, made the most of his opportunity late on with just about 11 minutes to go. Got his first goal in USL League One for the club. Let's take a look at our player of the match, brought to you by Bush Beans. And it's Zarakostas who got played in and smashed it into the bottom corner. He's your man of the match, presented by Peaceful Side Breweries Club, brewed in the peaceful side of the Smoky Mountains. It was a fantastic finish by Zarakostas. An important one, because the Independents fought their way back, scored in the 24th and then the 66th minute. And then Zarakostas leveled things up at 2 apiece. It was a fascinating contest, and in the end, you have to say both deserved at least a point from this one. When we come back, we have our full match highlights and our full match stats and full reaction from this one. Don't go anywhere.
The change in speed was amazing.
$65 a month, every month.
It's so fast. Believe me, you will see the difference.
I've told him when it comes, you better get it quick.
It is honors even after 90 minutes between one Knoxville and Charlotte Independence. 2 goals apiece. It was a fun one for Ian Fuller and Mike Jeffries' side. Let's take a look at what happened across those 90 minutes, because there was a lot that did happen, and it started where things stood at the end. It was a thrilling contest. Both teams very evenly matched, and on the whole, both teams deserved at least a point from this one. You have to say the result was fair. More shots from Knoxville and more shots on target by one, but 50-50% possession. It was unbelievably close. Both sides certainly deserve to be in the top 5 of USL League One, and that's where both teams will sit after tonight, heading into the weekend with 2 games for them as well on Saturday. What a night of USL League One action. What a fun Wednesday night. We don't get many of those, but boy, it lived up to the billing. For our producer, Hunter Nixon, I'm Nicholas Whaley. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And from Covenant Health Park, final score, 1 Knoxville 2, Charlotte Independence 2. Have a wonderful rest of your week, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.